to the next dimension.
Hey guys, Undercover Dudes, all the way from down under, and we've got some Battlefield 3 gameplay. Not sure I can announce team deathmatch using the RPK 74M, a fantastic weapon. Love all the AK series, and this one is no exception. And today I didn't really do that good in this gameplay. I think I went 30 and 20. Don't know if that's a good gameplay for Battlefield. I honestly don't know. So all you guys that play Battlefield, please tell me if I did suck in this gameplay or if I did half decent. Now today I'm going to be talking about some problems why I haven't been putting Battlefield gameplay up, because it's a really fun game. I'm also going to be talking about the problems with the game and what they should fix in my opinion, and also how I started Battlefield, and in the reverse order that I said that. So I'm going to be talking about how I started, then the problems with the game, then the problems with my own computer. Why did I do in that order? I'm not 100% sure, but let's get straight into it with how I started playing Battlefield. My Battlefield career started in Battlefield 2, the good old Battlefield 2. I never played online because I didn't know how to. I was too screwed. I'm not screwed. I was just too lazy to make an account, a GameSpy account. So I just played offline against the bots. Lots of fun. A really great game. You know, it didn't have the graphics of this game, but it had the fun factor. You know, you could just shoot people. You could get the objectives and stuff. You could work as a team with the bots, which I did very well, and it was just a really fun game. I then moved over to Battlefield Heroes, which is a third-person Battlefield game, and it was quite quirky and fun, and I really liked it, and it was just, you know, one of those games, very refreshing. Then I played Battlefield free to play, which is, you know, pretty bad game in my opinion. You know, free to play, pay to win, same as Combat Arms. If you guys have never played Combat Arms, it's pretty much, you know, a free to play FPS, and it's kind of like Battlefield. You play the game, you can play it for free, but then when you get in there, you have to pay to get all the good stuff. All the bad stuff is in the game, but all the good stuff you have to pay. It's kind of crap, and that's how Battlefield Play to Win was. So I didn't play that game much. I think I still got it on my computer somewhere, so I might get a gameplay to show you guys, but that's not important. Then I played Battlefield 3, and that was after Modern Warfare 3 came out. You know, it was about 2 months after the release of Battlefield 3 I started playing this game, and I really, you know, disliked it in the beta, so I didn't buy it on release because of all people, MK11 mod, you know, rock glitching and stuff like that. I really generally hated it, and I was too used to the COD style, the Combat Arms style of just rushing and stuff, and pretty much in the end, it didn't really work out for me, and I just didn't like the beta. Then the full release came out. I was like, a couple months after, okay, I saw this key, like serial keys, you can buy them online. They buy them in bulk and they sell them cheaper. And it was like 25 bucks. I'm like, I got 25 bucks in my PayPal account because I got paid by TGN a couple days early. I was like, alright, I'm just going to go buy this. I don't care what happens. If I get scammed, I get scammed. I'm not going to use the site again. But they didn't scam me. I got the key. I started playing it and I loved it. I loved it so much. It was a great game. I lagged a little bit, a tiny bit, but not as much as I'm lagging now. You're thinking right now the gameplay looks pretty good, but later on the lag gets pretty bad, and I'll tell you guys why I lag later. Got my words mumbled up there. But pretty much, Battlefield is, you know, a game that was very good in full release. Then they kind of screwed it up with a patch. Like, usually you fix stuff up with a patch, but they screwed it up with a patch. Don't know how they did it, but they just did. They just screwed it up. Suppression, they made all the weapons have more recoil. Just in the end, it just really sucked the patch, and it gave me this horrible lag spike. Now, I'm going to go sit up in my chair because I've got to go in depth in this. So pretty much my laptop isn't very good in terms of gaming. You know, it's good for games, general games. I put it on low settings, stuff like that, but it can't compare to like a desktop. A desktop will absolutely kill my laptop all days of the week. 100% of the time, any type of desktop will beat my laptop. It's just how it is. Now, my laptop has some good parts, has a good i7, has 4GB of RAM, you know, generally it's a great laptop. The one thing that's bringing it down, it's a graphics card. I did a can you run it, it's a nice site, tells you if you can run certain games, and it said my graphic card wasn't up to par. Now, they said minimum specifications, you put everything on low, it should work. I'm alright, I've been playing Battlefield on low settings for a long time, you know, I've been getting 40 FPS, and the reason they did that test because I've been getting some bad lag lag spikes, and it'll come out overlaid, and I'll tell you because I can see in the top right hand corner with the FPS, it drops really low, and I'll talk to you guys why I get these problems later when it comes. But pretty much, my graphics card is bad, but it can run this game at 40, 30, 40, 35 FPS majority of the time. So I'm thinking, alright, this, I've got a badish graphics card, but it can still run the game not too bad. Because, I've been playing Battlefield since the full release when I bought it. Well, not since the full release, but when I bought it in the full release before the patch, it worked fine. I had no FPS, drops or anything. It was just fine. No problems at all. But now, this is the problem. Look at that, 18 FPS, 16 FPS, 18, 14, 15. Look at that, and then it just goes straight up. I don't know why I'm getting these lag spikes. And the fact is, it's so random. You see the rest of the gameplay, I'm running at a great 30, 40 FPS, then just randomly, I'll just drop the 16 FPS, and this happens every game. Every single game, I'll get at least 1 or 2 of these drops, and I think there's another 2 in this gameplay as well, so you guys can get a bit more evidence. And I want you guys to help me, because I've absolutely got no idea on what to do, because I am just dumbfounded on why my computer's doing this. Yes, I got a bad graphics card, but it's like, majority of the time, I am running this game at a great FPS. Now, I went and downloaded MSI Afterburner, which has some great graphs, for benchmarking and stuff like that. And I went and had a look at it. I played some Battlefield, just normally. I had my GPU usage at 100%. No, it was at 99%, not at 100. But it was using majority of my computer, which may seem bad, but it's actually good. Another lag spike here, guys, 70 to 80 FPS, not playable, as you can see right here. So pretty much majority of the time, I'm doing, a good 99% of my computer is being taken up by Battlefield, which is fine. But then, I randomly get that lag spike, and it drops down to 50%. Randomly, 50, 40%, my computer will drop down that much. Now, I don't know why it's, letting go of 40% of its, power. I'm fine at running at 30 FPS because it's playable. But when you get down into the low 20s, the 15s, it's not playable. And the fact is, why is my computer dropping that much FPS for no obvious reason? Here's another drop here again, guys. 15 FPS, I just stood here and just let it go off, and then it went back 4 seconds. But think of that, it's in the middle of a gameplay. Think of that as the middle of a firefight. Think of that it was in the middle of a montage clip. That would really suck, and that's what's ruined my experience with Battlefield. Not 100% sure why. I'll put my specs in the description below. You guys can have a look. I'll put some graphs in the description as well. Of some pictures, some screenshots of how what my computer's doing with the usage. I'll try some stuff later, and hopefully it can work out. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes, all from Down Under, out.